So, a very warm welcome to our cherished viewers watching us live on Pinaxtv. Currently, a lot of issues are going on in Ghana, but then in the sport industry, there is quite an interesting turn of event after Black Stars games yesterday with Germany. And right now, what we are gathering is that Coach Otto Addo has been sacked by the Ghana Football Association. There is a lot of issues concerning this, and we are here to discuss about that. I have Sahara online, and we are going to talk to him and delve deeper into this decision that has been taken by the Ghana Football Association with regards to the sack of Coach Otuado, what this means to Ghana, and what Ghana is going to do now. We have just 72 days left to the World Cup. And let me move on straight to Sahara. Sahara, a very warm welcome to Penax TV.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Okay, and yes, we want to welcome all people watching and audience watching on Sahara TV as well. And right now, we are hearing that Coach Otuado has been sacked by the Ghana Football Association. Before we go there, how what is your own perception about yesterday's match between Ghana and Germany?
Yeah, so welcome to everyone once again. I think the writing was on the wall for Tuado to leave. Yesterday's game, with what is coming out now, was just performative. The decision was taken after the 5-1 loss
Okay,
to Austria. I think that
Austria.
Otoado, he himself, maybe he felt it because some of the things he said in the post-match and the pre-match press conference is almost like he had given up on himself.
Okay,
Basically, he wasn't confident in himself, in his abilities, what he was doing with the national team. He chops and changes. It's almost like he didn't have the dressing room. Basically, he had lost them. I think yesterday's game versus Germany was a good game. We have to be honest
okay,
with ourselves. It was a
okay,
good game. It was an improved performance from the Austria game. We could have
okay,
got away with a draw or possibly won if
okay,
we're a bit more composed up front. So yes,
okay.
the final game he played was a good one, but the writing was on the wall already before. So I think it was too
Okay.
little, too late, and it had become too much of an occurrence. We've played 5 international friendly games, and we've lost all 5. We've played 12 international friendlies, and our Tuado, we've won just 2.
Okay.
So I think Otto himself, if he will be
He
honest with
knew it was
himself,
coming.
yeah, it was very clear.
Okay, so we have Chris also joining us on this discussion. Chris, let me come to you. Yesterday, I realized you were following the match between Germany and Ghana. Your view on the match, Sahara says it was a very good one. How did you see the match between Germany and Ghana yesterday?
Um, Good afternoon to our viewers on Sahara and Pinax TV. I think it was a good game. Actually, it was a good game. Yesterday's game was better than what we played against Austria. But then, as Sahara said, before these games, his presses, some of the utterances and some of the words that he said wasn't really. I mean, people were doubting the maturity of the coach as a
Okay.
Black Stars main coach. People were doubting, I mean, his maturity as a coach. How can you tell the people that employed you that you don't have tactics, that you play according to what the opponent is playing? And that is one thing that I took from the game that we played yesterday. If you are playing according to what the opponent is playing, that is not what he did yesterday.
Okay.
He did exactly the opposite of what he did. There's a scenario,
Okay.
I just want to bring in this scenario. After
Okay.
we equalized, after we scored our first goal through Ishahaku with
Okay.
an assist from Derek Korn,
Okay.
we all realized that we actually scored our goal through um, a counter attack. And you had players on the bench who are game changers when we talk about counter attacks. Look at the
Okay.
time he brought in Sulemana and then Christopher Bambon, so 30 seconds to the end of the game. You don't know whether he was coming to test them or he was actually bringing them on to come and change the score line. So that was one thing that was, I mean, doubting the fact that he said he's playing according to his opponents, because he could have brought them in somewhere right after we equalized, or somewhere 75, 76th, 76th minute. That is what would have told us that yes, he realized the game that the Germans were pressing us, and the only chance we can have is to counter attack and get goals. But
Okay.
he messed the whole changes up, and I think it was part of some of the reasons why, me personally, right after the game, I felt like no, I mean they should let him go. They should let him
Okay, so let me come back to Sahara.
Yeah.
GFA's decision to sack Otto Addo right after few hours after the match. Is it a hasty decision, or it was the best decision for the Black Stars?
On paper, it looks like the GFA's decision, but we all know it is not their decision. It's
Okay.
clearly obvious. If a coach does not qualify a team or a country like Ghana to the African Cup of Nations, and he still maintains his job, it's crazy. People have
Okay.
gone for less. People have been sacked for less. So immediately Otto did not qualify us for the African Cup of Nations 2025. He should have left. He should have been
Okay.
sacked.
Okay.
But an ex-co member of the GFA said they were not going to kowtow to pressure from the public to sack another coach. So it was clear that they wanted to stick with him. They were ready to back him, and they were ready to go all the way with him. So I personally don't think this is a decision only from the FA, because we have to also note that it's not the FA that pays the head coach. It's
Okay.
the government of Ghana. They pay the head
Okay.
coach. So this decision didn't come directly from the FA. I'm sure it was reluctance on their part, but they
Okay.
needed to do it. If someone is paying the salary and they say that no, this guy is what he's doing with our football, we don't like it, we need to make a change. Who are you?
Okay.
You are not the one paying. So in the end, you might have to agree with them and do as they say. But I also feel that it is too close to the World Cup for this decision to have been taken. Because right now, if you bring in a new coach, he will not be able to play with the team until 2nd June.
Oh.
Our first game is on the 17th of June.
Okay.
So you see how difficult it will be for him to try what he wants to try with players, do one or two maybe tactical setups. It will be essentially him coming in to do maybe what we call magic, because realistically he will not be able to do what he wants to do. So we might have to lower expectations as Ghanaian fans heading
Okay.
into the World Cup. Lower your
Okay.
expectations as much as possible, because it might not be or might not go the way we all want. Maybe Ghana will not go far as we want. But the good thing is that this World Cup, you can finish third in your group and still qualify. So let's
Okay.
hope that our first game versus Panama, we get a win. Once we win the Panama game, we've qualified for the round of 32.
Okay.
If we're able to beat Panama, we'll just need maybe a draw, or even the same 3 points will be enough for us to get into there. So the coach that will come in has to be someone who is very good, who can hit the ground running, and who understands Ghana football, who understands our players, who understands the football terrain. It has to be someone quality. And if I'm talking about someone quality, they won't come cheap. So money shouldn't be something we'll be deliberating and talking about plenty. Bring out the
Okay.
cash. We have money. We have money. We are looking to send 800 fans to the World Cup, and each fan is $9,250. Recently, we did a fundraising for the World Cup, and look at the monies they were pulling up. If we want to do the right thing, we'll need to pay a lot of money. Otto Addo will have to pay him $500,000 because we sacked him before the contract ended.
Okay.
So we have money. We shouldn't be shy away from money, because right now it's simple as that.
Okay. Okay. So, Chris, let me come to you. What is the way forward for Ghana and then the Black Stars as we have just 72 days to the World Cup?
Well, actually, I think there has been some names that that has popped up just this morning. They are mentioning some
Okay.
names, that we think for now we don't have a coach, and we have to get a coach before
Okay.
the World Cup. And we heard that they are looking forward to bring an interim coach. They were looking into Chris Appiah. They were looking into Harvey Renard. They were looking into Tom Saintfiet. Tom Saintfiet was sacked by Mali, and I think now he's with Guinea or one of the teams. Yes. So these three coaches, people are tipping them that they will join the team. But then, as Sahara was saying, it's quite a short period of time for a new coach to come in. People were also suggesting that the technical advisor, I think the technical man, Wilfred Schaefer,
Okay.
he has been with the technical team for some time, and people think he should be allowed to take over, probably as an interim coach, if he's able to, I mean, play the next two matches against Mexico and then Wales, and it is good. Then probably we will take him to the World Cup. But then he has also come out to say he still wants to maintain his position as a technical is it advisor, a technical manager to the coach or to the
Okay.
technical team.
Okay.
So now it is kind of dicey because actually we need a coach. You see, the team that we have now, nobody will tell us that they are not good players.
Mm-hmm.
No, nobody can tell us that they are not good. These are good players. They play in top leagues. They are scoring goals. They are playing well. But then when they come here, you see, yesterday I can also say he even outplayed Antoine Semenyo. He outplayed him where he put him. I mean, so going forward, I think we have to get a coach ASAP. Someone who will, I mean, also come in and then look into our players because he brought a lot of players. I mean, look at this guy Senaya or something. The guy was being
Yeah,
called by Togo.
Marvin.
Marvin Senenya, yes. He was being called by Togo. He went to tell the boy, we need you, come. The boy came 2 matches. We don't have a left back,
A
right
right
back.
back.
But you had to force Yurenchi to play left back, someone who is a midfielder. So it clearly tells the coach didn't know what he's doing. So I think kindly we would have to get someone to come in if it is interim. But then they are also, as I said, they were tipping Kwesi Appiah. I don't know if the man will leave
Yeah.
his Sudan job to
See
come.
Apia by this time.
They were tipping Kwesi Appiah. So I don't know if Kwesi Appiah will leave Sudan and come. Then having Renard too with Saudi Arabia, they have a game today. I think they have a game today. And their relationship with the Saudis has been a bit shaky. So we are looking
Okay.
at him too. And then Tom Saint Fitz, the man, for him, he's ready. He's ready to join. But then, as Sahara was saying, now we have to go deep into our pockets and bring out money because if we want the best to achieve something, in the World Cup, at least qualify from the group stage and see what lies ahead of us. Then we need to get a coach that will steady the players, the current crop of players that we have. So, I mean, we can go ahead and do something. We still have 2 games to test ourselves. It's not over yet. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
looking at it, there've been calls, Sahara. There've been calls for the sack of the technical assistants too. I mean, we have people like John Pintail and the rest on the technical team as assistants, and people are blaming them for the inefficiency of Coach Otto Addo. Do you I mean support these decisions by some Ghanaians?
Yeah, I think the whole technical team needs to probably go because for some reason I feel that maybe these are not the guys Otuado wants to work with. Maybe these are
Okay.
not the guys Otto wants to work with. I think that everyone is culpable in all of this. They all have to be let go, and whoever is made the head coach will bring in his or her own staff so that they work with them. Because one of the main problems with the Ghana team is the interference that a lot of past coaches have talked about. There are so many hands in the soup. So of course the soup can go bad. There are so many people pushing players, trying to exhibit players so that they can maybe make a trade or something with those players. Like I understand it happens maybe more often than we know, but if you are pushing good players and they are worth the push, no one will complain because they'll be proving it on the pitch week in, week out, or for the Ghana Black Stars when they come in. But here's the
Okay.
case sometimes some of the players are not up to the standard of the Ghana Black Stars, but they are being pushed. So I think everyone has to go. If we want to do a real forensic analysis and get better with the team, everyone else has to go. It's as simple as that. All the technical team members has to go. The head
So
coach
the
has
team has
gone.
to be dissolved.
Exactly. The technical team has to dissolve. Whoever is made the head coach will probably bring his own technical team.
Okay.
So that
Okay.
is what I think should and will happen. It's only a matter of time.
Okay, Chris. Let me come back to you now. Let's put our concentration on the Black Star players that, as at now, they were working together with Coach Otuado. How is the sack of Otuado going to affect their morale as players towards the World Cup?
Well, let me start with our goalkeeper.
Hmm.
I'm starting with him because he's a local boy, and we were all happy that he's our number one. And people were of the speculations that once Otuado is leaving, his spot as the number one, whoever comes in may not keep him in the polls.
Okay.
Uh, but then, per what I gathered, I think it was the technical director, yes, Wilfred Schaefer, who advised the goalkeeper's trainer to make Benjamin Asari the number one. So if the technical director is still there, I think Benjamin Asari will still have a spot as the number one, because we could see between Austria and then Germany's game, Atizigi cannot command the back. I don't know if it is because he's been in the post for a long time. He can't command the back. He wasn't. Look at the goal that Caleb Yurinchi caused. I don't know if it was the second goal. You could have you are facing the ball. You could have told him to. I mean, position himself very well so he can
Yeah, that
intercept that
communication
pass.
from him. Yeah.
Yes, that's a poor communication from the goalkeeper to the defenders, and you could see it was different from Benjamin Asari. Even Benjamin Asari, even if he catches the ball, he will still come at you and tell you you made a mistake. We didn't see that with Atizigi. But then the players, I mean, for them, they are there. You see, whoever comes in, they would want to work with the person, whether it is going to affect their demeanor or whatever. I don't think they built that kind of relationship or bond with the coach to the extent that they will be like, oh, the coach is going, we won't give out our best, or the coach is going, it is going to affect our performance or something. No. For them,
Okay.
they are there. Whoever you bring in, they will put in their best to cement their spots in the first 11,
Okay.
or even if they are a substitute, they will just be there and wait for whoever is coming. It's unlike, you see, the Black Queens is quite different from the Black Stars. The way the ladies have bonded with their coach is quite
Yeah.
different. It's quite different from the Black Stars. Charlie, the men, they might be different from, I mean, the ladies, and they are not looking up to say your palm will be into. No, everybody is going to keep their cool, and if any coach comes in, they will still give out their best. We are hoping that a coach will come that will work one on one with the players. Like, you go to this player, you work on him and try to, I mean, merge them into the team. Because someone like Semenyo, we asked the coach, Semenyo is scoring at Man City, but when it comes to Black Stars, he's not scoring. Coach, what are you going to do about this? The coach said he's not the one to teach them as to how to score goals. This
Okay.
is funny. And this was, I think the GFA will be very shameful with this kind of response from the coach they hired. You see, some of the way, I mean, the way he answers some questions, I
Very
mean,
cheeky.
yes, very cheeky. And I mean, you could see he has lost, I mean, I mean, his job, let me put it that way. So the players, they will be there because they've not built any bond with the coach. Whoever comes in and they are cool with the person, I mean, they will work with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me come to Sahara. You made
Yeah.
mention of the fact that Coach Otuado knew from the onset that he has even given up at some point based on
Yeah.
some of his utterances and all that. Do you think
Yeah.
this is because he didn't get enough support from his technical team as well as the GFA body as a whole?
I think ultimately the one who can really tell us what went on behind
Okay.
the scenes will be Otto Addo. He can really
Himself.
give us fact. Yeah. But when Siki Akono was at the helm, we also asked him those questions. Are there interferences? Are players being forced on you? Are all the players you are calling the ones you want? He said yes, no one was interfering. Only for him to leave the job. Then one day he was doing an interview and then he revealed that players were forced on him. I don't want to mention the
Okay.
player's name, but if you know, you know. But
Yeah.
ultimately, interferences do happen. And when you are in the job, a couple of players will be forced and will be shown to you, will be suggested to you, some forcibly, some subtly. So Otto Addo, I'm sure he went through that. I'm pretty sure he went through something like that. But this
Mm.
is where I also say that as a coach or as a human being, if those players that are being forced, if those systems you go and meet in the office or in the FA don't allow you to do your job well, please be a person of integrity for the sake of the nation, and then step aside or make it known that these
Okay.
conditions will not let me work well.
Okay.
You get more respect for that, to be honest with you. But if you go on, you get paid, you get everything, maybe it's about the money. Maybe I would have done
Mm.
worse in such a position. Maybe
Yeah.
because I'm not in that position, I'm just talking freely now. But I could also do worse than that. But all I'm saying is that don't cry wolf. And then when we ask you what's going on, you keep quiet. Then when you leave the job, then you want us to take you seriously in your allegations that you were not allowed to work. It cannot work both ways. Otto Addo was part of the problem. He's not the
Okay.
problem, but he was part of the problem. If you are
Okay.
playing players who play in certain positions for their club sides, why do you not bring them to the national team and play them in a different position? Square pegs in
Mm.
round
In
holes.
round holes.
So, because you have very limited time with them. So, why don't you continue so that they are more familiar and more expressive in those positions? So,
Okay.
Otoado did not help himself, to be very honest with you. He did
Mm.
not help himself. He will know and reflect that maybe I could have done things better. But
Okay.
if we bring in a new coach and the same guys are still there and the same systems are still there, we'll come back here after another sacking and talk about it again. The problem is still there. Though Otuado was a problem, he was not just the problem. There are more problems
Okay.
still there.
Okay, Chris. Ghana has a history of changing coaches regularly. I mean, Ghana, we've had a lot of coaches come and go. The immediate one, Utuado, took over from Chris Hilton. We saw how he was also sacked like that. Don't you think that it's not about the coaches, but maybe the players?
Uh, you see, in the space of 5 years, we've changed coaches like five,
Mm.
with Otoado coming for a double spell.
Yeah.
And we always have these same crop of players that they will come, they will leave, they will, I mean, another coach will come, they will come and manage these same players. And sometimes you get results, sometimes you don't get the results. But then people were talking about the fact that, as even Sahara mentioned, about the fact that the system is bad. You see, the system is bad. When NDC was coming and they were talking about research, they also wanted to touch the football. When they came, they wanted to sack the coach, but GFA went and sat with the government, and they were like, "Oh, this is our man. We want to work with him and all that." So that's why people are speculating, and probably it can be true that the sacking wasn't even from GFA.
Okay.
It was right from the government, direct from the government. President Mahama can just pick a phone, Charlie, sack the coach, let him go.
Mm.
Do you understand? Yeah, so we've had history of sacking coaches, bringing in, thinking the problem is with the coach. But then the GFA itself, the way they forced, look at how Like Kingston left the under 17.
Mm.
How can he be playing a tournament somewhere and there's another under 17 team in camp, having two under 17 teams because people want to build their players for the market? You see,
Hmm.
some of these things are happening. So the people who are more deserving, there's one Ghanaian player who said he's ready to play, but then people were calling him that he should bring some money and all that. It was some speculations that they were making that people
Okay.
are calling him, and other people were like, "Oh, bet me I fake numbers near Dennis scammers near." But then,
Okay.
Charlie, these things are real. These things are real. Just as saying, yeah, people were saying, "I buying bunny for security forces will be out on the slots near them." Charlie, some of these things, they
Mm-hmm.
be almost slots.
Okay.
that they
Hmm.
bring in their people just to market them. Enti ne
Okay.
nyinaa ka ho bi. It is all part of our failure. So the system is not good. We need a coach who will come and be like, I'm working on my own. Someone like
Mm-hmm.
Javier Renard is someone I think can do that. I mean, you don't
Okay.
force players on him. If I want this
Okay.
player, I go for him. If I
Okay.
want this player, Otuado cannot tell us that he wouldn't have called Hudson Odoi and then the other guy. I'm sure he would have called
Edin
them.
Ketia.
Edin Ketia, yes. I'm sure he would have called them. But you see, the kind of people at the helm of affairs, and we called you, you said you won't come, so we won't pick you. As if when we
Okay.
go, we'll go and win the World Cup. You see, because every coach wants the best for his team. Right after the 5-1 loss, people started bringing Edin Ketia and Hudson Odoi's pictures that now we still have the chance to go for them because we need quality. You see, so I don't think it is the players. I'm sure the kind of players that we bring in, we force people to play. Yesterday, Jordan Ayew, he can't play 90 minutes, but they will force him to play 90 minutes.
Okay.
Yes, you see, so these are some of the things we can't blame the players because anytime you bring the players, because this even now the kind of players we have, they are good, but the coach is not managing them well. But then, as I am saying, the coach can be a problem, but where the whole problem starts from is the head. Those people, the GFA, the ESCO members, everybody, they want their players to come in. So we don't get the kind of players that we want. Sometimes even
Okay.
starting 11, they can force the coach to do this. I mean, put this one, let this person start, let this person start. At a point, Jordan Crow, you never man anything. Look at what he came to do at Accra Sports Stadium. Yeah, you were free. We want to say so person or go king. Will qualifies Monty. Yeah, you were from No, Charlie, it be Ghana, Oma. Anyway, so we can't say it's the players from the top.
Okay.
They manipulate the system in such a way that we don't get the quality that we are supposed to get for the team. But over 5 years, he has changed 5 coaches. The results has
Which
been
is
up and down, which is very bad. And we are paying
yeah.
compensation. We are paying compensation. It is just Kwesi Appiah. Oh no, as at the time that he was sacked, he wasn't even sacked. None the time or so. The contract was up
Okay.
and they didn't renew it. But the rest, they will just sack, pay compensation. So we are actually throwing money away and then we are not getting any good results. So the top there should also look at what they are doing. There should be a coach. If he
Without
feels
any interference.
without any interference, it happens. They can't tell us it's not happening. They will say we should bring evidence, but we won't get the evidence. But we know it's been happening. Yes, it's been happening. Because look at Siki Akono's own that Sahara mentioned. We asked him, he said, oh, he's doing everything on his own. Later, he came out and told us that they were forcing players on him. So that is
Okay.
it. I think the top people too should look at what they are doing, give the team to someone to manage. Even if it is 1 year, let's see the difference in the kind of outcome or results that we'll get.
Okay, Sarah, let me come to you. Based on what Chris is saying, that means that
Yeah.
most of the problems the Ghana football is facing is from the hems of affairs. I mean, those that are handling the hems of affairs, and we are looking at bringing in a new coach to take over from Coach Otto Addo. Is this coach really going to get the authority to work alone and help rebuild the team to the World Cup in just 72 days?
Yeah, it's possible. It's really possible if you choose right. And I was just scrolling through social media. I'm hearing some positive news. I hope it comes through. But it looks
Okay.
like the Moroccan coach, Walid Ragragui, the
Okay.
FA have called him up right now and they are in
Okay.
talks with him. That guy will be super perfect for us
Okay.
if he's allowed, given the freedom. And I think that he's a person of integrity because he resigned. He resigned from the post. He wasn't sacked. He resigned himself from the
Okay.
as the head coach. Can you imagine taking your country to the final of the AFCON and they don't win it? And that is the only loss you suffered in over 2 years in charge. So he's a person of integrity. I'm hoping that if that comes through, I think we should be good. he's someone who probably knows our players too as well, and
Okay.
he'll be working out something that will work right for us. Wally Ragwa will be a perfect, perfect replacement for Coach Otto Addo. I think that he'll come in with his whole technical team. Maybe the facilities he would want to work with might be a problem
Okay.
initially, but I'm very confident that if this breaking news I'm seeing right now comes through, we don't have a problem. We will not have a problem. I think that it will be it's very positive news if makes if it happens ultimately. It will depend on the remuneration and how much you take and all that. So I think that there are some things that still need to be ironed out. If this man comes in, we should be good. We have to
Oh,
hit the ground running. It's very important.
okay. Okay. Chris, there is an assertion that Africans, Ghanaians, I mean, we are part of Africans, we usually don't have patience for our coaches compared to the foreign coaches. How true is this?
Well, it's not about the patience or how long the person will stay that will give the results. You know, you can come as a coach, we'll go and play one game and we'll say that you are not good. So go. You see, changing coaches is not something that we should look at. It is a bad thing. But then it depends on the kind of project you want to do. If
Okay.
you have a plan, if you have a plan, you look for who can fit in your plan. When GFA was going for coach, they brought a whole lot of criteria, proven winner, 5 years experience, a whole lot. The coach that they went to pick, he didn't meet even one of them. He didn't meet even one of them. But they still went ahead and picked this person to come and to be Ghana's coach because they know where they were Ghanaian. So me who nipa Ghanaian ni ono na yedi niyama ne ma na I mean we can do things together. Charlie, put this one here, put this one here, and they still gave the work to him because I'm very sure Chris Hutton would have been a little bit tougher for them. In as much as
Okay.
na on winning matches no. I mean, I think some way somehow, man, maybe or yeah, no, a little bit tougher for them. That's why his sacking was easy.
Yeah, yeah, they didn't like Chris Hutton. He wasn't
Yes, he wasn't
their
giving
number
them
one
the
choice.
chance
Yeah.
to manipulate him. He wasn't giving them the chance. That's how I saw the whole thing. So the GFA was quick, let's sack him, then they sacked him. But look at someone who didn't qualify us for AFCON. Charlie, this thing alone should let you Obi.
Sackable, yeah.
Someone went to play AFCON with Morocco. He lost one game, the final. He resigned. Someone couldn't qualify for the AFCON, but he still came to tell us that he's capable, he's fit for the job. Do you understand? So, sacking coach, if you see your plan and it is not fitting with whoever you went in for, you have to change. But then, as I was saying, the basis of the whole thing should be a plan. The GFA should have a plan for especially the Black Stars from transitioning from 2009 to 2010, even some of the years up to 2010. You see, all those players were a crop of players that they knew themselves. They knew themselves. Is either they've played together at the junior level or they've played the Ghana Premier League before. Those players were good players. When you see that they are playing, Charlie, you could see it's a Berman ball. But the current ones that we have, we just go and bring someone somewhere, go and bring this one somewhere, then we put them together. Then we don't also get a good coach that will try to understand their play and put them together to get results.
Okay.
You see, so coach sacking it and Kenya Bonnet. But if you don't have a plan, you don't have any plan. You always want to do frefre kobo, and you want to be winning. You always sack a coach. So I think after the World Cup, there be a sign can you call Cote d'Ivoire kobo African Cup by yes yeah by but now senior starting BB and could see almost 4 years ni yeah. So after the World Cup, we really have to sit down, have a plan, and say coach we yeah this kind of plan amount. Fa never ye juma. And yes, sir, we'll keep on sacking coach and we won't be getting the results. Sacking coach, the
Okay.
Kenya plan. But then, yeah, for plan B, and to say this is the development plan that we are picking for the Black Stars. They be out just sack coach and won't be getting results.
Okay, so that means that the sack is not the issue, but then what goes into it, that is what becomes the issue. Yeah, so we are still live on Pinaxtv and Sahara Football discussing about the sack of Coach Otto Addo and the eminent results that is going to have on the Black Stars representing at the World Cup in June. And that is what we are discussing right now. You can bring in your comments and your views on this issue, and we would read it out for you. So let me go back to Sahara. Yes. So there is some comments on social media, and people believe that Ghana, we were in so much high expectations. I mean, for so many years now, the zeal and the enthusiasm from Ghanaians towards the Black Stars representing in matches had dropped compared to this year. And this year you could see that a lot of people are involving themselves. When you see some of the songs that are coming out, the zeal from even the, yes, the artist and all that, it looks like we were so much in high expectations. I mean, that is what is bringing the disappointment. These are some of the comments that are coming in from Ghanaians and netizens. Do you agree?
High spirits. It's a World Cup year, and the countries that are hosting the World Cup makes it even more exciting. United States, Canada, and Mexico, very prime locations where there are a lot of Ghanaians there. So it's expected. The attention will be there. We'll have a lot of fanfare. It's expected, but the expectations outside or off the pitch has not been the same on the pitch because we are not doing well. We are not winning matches. We are not playing as we should. And I think Chris said something about building from the grassroots in terms of our
Yeah.
football. We used to do that. We used to do that pretty much a lot. And that is why players like Sule Muntari, Michael Essien, Stephen Appiah,
Yeah.
Richard Olele Kingston, Samuel Osei Kufuor, most of the core of those teams, they played with each other at youth level. So they knew each other, they understood each other. So they progressed from youth level into the senior national team. Montari will get a free kick. Then he knows that this is what ACN wants to do. So I'll
Hmm.
run and go and get it. So it made them play. You would think they have telepathy, but they knew each other because they grew together. But what we have right now, it makes things harder because you have Antoine Semenyo who grew up playing in the United Kingdom for the likes of Bristol City, played for Sunderland. He has never stepped foot in any Ghana youth football system before. He has not even played with Jordan Ayew before. So
Hmm.
instead of him or Jordan spotting his runs, is what happened with Iñaki Williams that has made him struggle with the national team. Iñaki will make
Okay.
runs, but because the players don't understand each other, they don't pass to him or even look out for that run. So that problem, before we can solve it, we need to now start building on teams or from the youth level. You see that
Hmm.
players like Kudus and Enes Noama have that small understanding because they were both in Right to Dream Academy. They both grew up in the youth level also. Fatah Wisahaku too grew up a bit in he progressed through the youth system. We don't have many players doing that right now. So we will struggle. We will struggle for a
Hmm.
bit, but it doesn't mean
Okay.
that it is impossible. It doesn't mean it is
Okay.
impossible because countries like Senegal are doing it. Morocco are just switching nationalities of players left, right, center. The most important thing, which we have not established yet, is having a football DNA where we have a base and say that this is how Ghana Black Stars or the Ghana football system is. We play possessive football. We play
Okay.
defensive football. We play whatever kind of football. So when you come into the national team, they now look at what you are used to. And if you need adjusting or fine tuning, they do that accordingly and they integrate you into the team. That is how countries like Senegal and other stuff are doing it with the players they bring in. So we need to have a base. So that's why I was very angry with Coach Otto Addo when he said that Ghana, I don't have a style of play. I am reactive. I look at the opponent. as a coach yourself, even if the country doesn't have a playing base, as a coach yourself, what is your foundation? Pep Guardiola likes to play one touch football. Mourinho, siege mentality. He holds on to the ball, counter, sometimes flamboyant, depending on the opponent. But we know that Mourinho's strong suit is packing the bus and holding on to the game and game management.
Okay.
Every coach has a philosophy. What is your coaching philosophy? Otto Addo didn't seem to have one. So we still struggled with him. So I think a coach, I understand coaches are as good as the products they have, but also if they have a base for how they play their football, they can adjust. Everyone praises coaches, some coaches, because they improve players. Pep Guardiola is an
Okay.
example. He improves
Okay.
players. So yes, I understand when people say that the players are as much important as the coach, but the coach too has a part to play. Yes,
Okay.
so it's very important. Yeah.
Okay, so we've already made a point of Moroccan coach being in talks to take over. Chris, I'm coming to you. Take over from Otto Addo and then lead the team to the World Cup. But then, right now, we are seeing names like Asamoah Gyan popping up from some Ghanaians suggesting that then we should go back and then take people that are Ghanaians that have played before and they know the technical know-how when it comes to the Ghanaian guys and the Ghanaian players. So Asamoah name is out from some Ghanaians. Do you think that he has gotten to that level to head the Ghana Black Stars?
Well, I can't really tell where the names are coming from, though. But uh, I think Asamoah had some. I think he's done some coaching courses before. Sahara, if you can help me, has he?
Yeah, he has. He finished his coaching course in Ireland or so, but I
Yes,
don't
yes.
think it's the level to coach a national team
A
like
national
Ghana
team.
yet. Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes,
All
yes.
right. So we know most of the former players. They are doing, if I should say, they are doing grassroots coaching. Some of them trying to mentor some junior players into the limelight and all that. Today, I watched Awudu Isaka and Baba Isaka. These two people, I mean, they played very well. The senior brother, those are the Isaka brothers, just as we have the Abedi Ayu brothers and all that. All these people are some way somehow they are into coaching. Like Kingston is there, John Pencil is there. Most of them are into it, as Samojan too. But then I think after the coaching, he has not really established himself as he wants to be a coach. I
Okay.
don't know what he's actually waiting for. But then some of these people can be part of the technical team in a very different portfolio that they can, because we can always see Asamoah with the national team. He's always there.
Yeah.
He's at the camp. This new player, Prince, do something something. He's someone who can equally become the next Asamoah if we can look at him very well. He can equally become the next Asamoah. So we saw him, talking to Semenyo, and sometimes Inaki Williams and all that. Yes, he should start something for the GFA to see. Maybe in the next few years he can be up for the task. But for now, going into the World Cup with 72 days to go, I think they want to go in for someone who is a bit proven
Okay.
to pick up the job. They can equally engage Asamoah. They can engage. Stephen Appiah is already on the the ESCO
It's
team or something,
management committee.
management committee member, yes. So they can involve them in certain stuff. But then it's not bad to include Asamoah Gyan. Asamoah Gyan is one of our top ever players. The whole Africa, he's the top scorer at the World Cup. So some way, somehow, the GFA can also pick someone, nurture the person in a way that they want to hand over the Black Stars to him someday.
Yeah.
Someone like Ofe, he's not been with the team
Be groomed.
for a long. Yes, he can be groomed. He can be groomed to a
They did
certain
it
level.
with CK Jemfi.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
CK Jemfi
yeah.
back in the 60s. They
Yes,
took him outside the country and made him go and learn
and
the trade. He
then
came back, won two AFCONs for
yes,
Ghana.
Okay.
So
yes.
I think
Yes,
We can
so
still do that.
yes, we can still do that. So someone like Asamoah Gyan, if indeed his name is popping up like some Ghanaians are saying, then I think it is the right time they can add him to the technical team and let him know that this is why you are here. So study the terrain. You'll still be doing your courses alongside being part of the national team, technical team,
Mm-hmm.
and you study the terrain and know how, because he's played in all levels for Ghana, all levels. He's played under 17, 20, 23. He played for local Black Stars. I mean, he's been through all the ranks. He's like the
Yeah.
president. The president has been through all the political ranks. So someone like this, we can also nurture him in that particular aspect of being becoming the next Black Stars coach, as someone that we are building something on, that we can have maybe probably a 10-year plan built on Asamoah being the coach. So that one, they have to nurture him maybe 2 3 years, 5 years to come. Then probably they give the team to him. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So based on the discussions we've had so far and the points that are coming up from you guys, Zahara, can we say that Ghana, we are so much focused on short-term results than building a system that would last longer for the football?
You couldn't have said it any better. We want short-term success. We want success in the short term more than looking at the future. That is why you prop up players instead of building from the coach level through to the youth systems and making sure that players go through the system if there is any. Right now, I don't think that it's working as it used to be. Secondary school football, intercore, and those things where we used to identify a lot of players,
Yeah.
it is dying a bit. It's not dead yet, but it is going down. Afenajan was discovered. John Painso was discovered through that system. Mike Galician was also discovered through that system. I think Sule Muntari as well. Like the foot, Asamoah Jan for Accra Academy also was discovered through that system. So long term, it will take time. But the truth is that we have to take our time. We have to take our time and do the right things, because there's something like cause and effect. You create causes and they have an effect.
Yeah.
So you cannot do something and expect something else. You do something this way, you'll get the result that way. It might take a while, but you will eventually get your results. And I think that our leaders or those in charge of our football need to do better with the Black Stars.
Mm.
The focus is too much at times on the Black Stars that we forget the women who also do well and the youth sides who even do even much better for us. So yes, the Black Stars is important, but if you don't feed the youth systems, we'll always come back to this. And look at
Mm.
what happened. Let me use Senegal as an example. Senegal and Morocco. Senegal's coach Aliou Cisse was sacked, and the man who came in, Pape Thiaw, was the coach of the under 20 side who won them the under 20 AFCON. So he knows the players already. So this is not someone who is now coming to come in and acclimatize. So it was quite simple. The coach of Morocco as well, he left and they brought in another coach who won them the under 20 World Cup recently. So
Mm.
he also understands the system. So ideally, if Otto Addo had left and we had a good system in place, the one in charge of the under 20 or under 23 can easily step in. But it is not the case here. Here, we are just doing short business with the team and the national team and all that.
Mm.
I think we need to do better. We have to do
We,
better. Otherwise, we'll always come back to these conversations and always be struggling to find a
okay.
solution. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So before we end our discussion, Chris, what are your last words to Ghanaians? I mean, some of them right now they are losing hope that Ghana, amidst all the prophecies that has come, that Ghana we are going to get somewhere in the World Cup. We can see that. Per what is happening, most of the Ghanaians have, lost hope entirely in our Ghana football. What do you have to say to them?
Well, I should say it has happened before. I mean, yeah, call 2006 World Cup. We lost a couple of friendlies that we thought quite young, but then we did something positive in the 2006 World Cup. Even the 2010, I think it was the same thing. Ain't yeah, say World Cup proper, I mean, that is the biggest stage. That is where people
Yeah.
would want to kill themselves because friendlies, people are trying to protect themselves. Echina onemu kubua
Mm.
waso betumi ayɛ hye nti I think that we should give them the benefits of the doubt. Now, still, now Ghanaians should rally behind the national team as we are going forward. No, the tournament proper, I'm sure said they might do well. Not like what happened in 2022. I mean,
Okay.
2022 was very very bad. But then on the other side, I mean, no crack can Ghana has a you know, you can no crepa, can no crepa, yeah. Nka yɛbɛtumi anya quality players they deserve it. Today, Charles Taylor was saying something. He said, "Toda wohwɛ obi a ɔhyɛ Black Stars this year, the person on deserve it. Ɛni kwan sɛ nkɔhyɛ jersey koraa." Charles Taylor was saying it, and it is true. Some of the players, they said they went to bring Ransford Conensdorfer some time ago. Nansi na ehu saa sɛ ɔbɔ biribi kakra. By time on the neba for they were trying to force this boy into the team. Boy, he's so on to me Murphy. It's no crack a crab, anka and penny for the bit in yaka. Now you did the right players ball. Someone like Joseph Pencil. At a point, someone play ananya issue said then you no friend or any other. Into no crano. Eh, dear, I was a penny for no trainer or more a shen ye. A bit me up boy, but then we've had some prophecies. I saw for the one I should come near day. Ɛwɔ hɔnom. I mean, it's obvious that Ghana can qualify from their group. That one there, it is a bit I say key. We can qualify from our group, but yeah, quite anymore. And I better how a bit and no any one thing. But then we've not lost hope yet. If indeed the Moroccan coach is coming to take over, I'm sure he can also be someone that you can't manipulate. I don't know how the conversation is going to be, but he's not someone you can easily, I mean, manipulate. Look at the number of coaches I'm going to coach Otto Addo. If you think the person cannot do that, sack him, bring another person. No matter
Mm,
coaches bear.
Bebre. In the end, he will have to make the final decision. So I don't even know what they were trying to
Back
do.
of FIFA coaches bebree ne ade nti no kora mo bɛka sɛ nipa no wasante yɛ pam no no ɛno na ɛyɛ mmɔden nti ɔsɛ mokɔ sesa nkɔfo bebree bɛgyina akyi nti we hope ne deɛ is not lost because the players are
Okay.
good. Look at
Okay.
Semenyo playing at the top level at Man City, scoring goals. No, Baha say no to me more. It means there's something wrong somewhere which needs to be fixed. And we are sure that within 72 days, the GFA and the technical team are about point you can do some level of magic be at their mind and beat me at the Akoye World Cup. All hope is not lost.
Okay. Okay. So Sahara, your last words, and we end.
Yeah, so Ghanaians, please lower your expectations for the Black Stars heading into the World Cup. No, it's the truth. If you lower your expectations, your heart will be calmer. You enjoy the game more if you lower your expectations. Like lower. When I say lower, lower cry. Because what I've seen in the friendlies, what I'm seeing, well, maybe a coach can come in and change things. But if your expectations are low, it will help you a lot. Don't expect too much from the senior national team, the Black Stars. We are in a transitional phase. Every team or country or club goes through some of these things. We had a high in 2006 to 2015 where we should have probably peaked by winning the AFCON, but we didn't do that. We didn't take advantage of it. We went into 2017 to the semi-final. Then it started going down. Then it's now going even further down. So it happens to the best of nations. But if we are not radical about our changes, about the next head coach, the decision we'll make about it, we'll keep on going on and on and on about it. So right now, until the new coach is appointed, please lower your expectations. Don't expect too much at all from this team. They'll play next on May in May. So we'll see what happens there. Then June we'll see what happens at the World Cup. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you guys so much for joining us on this discussion. But then, as Sahara said, we should lower expectations so that we don't get disappointed too
Oh,
much
but on
in
a
the
more
games.
serious
No.
You see, on the team itself, the expectation is supposed to be high. But the expectation, if the expectation is not high, the support will be down. You understand? I'm not saying the
Mm,
expectation should be the limit that we are going to, win the cup. But then we should have trust in the players that we have. Say at least they can make us happy. Be a 2, 2, 3 matches, be near winner. And the expectation is still on the low, but on our side, the energy bank one there is on the high. So,
yeah.
well, on paper,
But
you
so
guys
cool,
should lower your
for
expectations. But because of your this thing, your club and your party and things, yeah, you should hire
Ah.
them.
Okay,
All right.
so it's the ball is in your court now, Ghanaians. It's either you decide to have a high expectation or you have a lower expectation. But then we are looking at the results of the next game, and then we'll know what is ahead for us in the World Cup. Let's stay tuned. We'll give you more updates on these issues and more. Thank you for joining us.